What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. And as you can see, today is kind of like ugly looking, but it was a lot worse earlier. But I think it's like 10 o'clock, but the real rain actually starts at like 1 o'clock. You feel me? So what I'm actually gonna do right now is I'm gonna get a door panel out of the truck and just get the door panels built real quick and fiberglass them, because then I won't be able to actually come over here and get the door panel out because it's gonna be raining so bad. And I might as well just go ahead and take the hour or two to fleece the door panel and fiberglass it and get it out the way and let it dry, because I'm gonna mix it up rather hot so it actually dries pretty fast, because working against the rain is gonna be horrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up real quick, and then I'll pick up the camera and let you know what we got going on, because we can't do much today box building wise, but we can get the door panels done, and it should be a good day. So let's make the best of it. Subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys checked out the previous video before this one. We're going forward with the OBS build, and let me get the tables and everything set up so we can get on the grind. Alright, so this gives you an idea of what we got going on for the door panel. It's nothing too crazy, but I'm still gonna make it look, you know, pretty good. So we're doing the PRV 8s and with a bullet style PRV tweeter. These things are actually pretty loud, and I want these tweeters to last them pretty good. So that's why we went ahead and did them. And you know, we're gonna put the two of the 8s right here, and then the tweeter in the back. So what I actually got going on is I am gonna cut that circle out that I have drawn inside there. That actually looks like a good circle. Same thing with the tweeter, so we can countersink the speakers as much as possible, so they don't really pop out much. You see what I'm saying? So once we get that going on, then we can really give them a nice contour, so they're not really like bulky and popping out. Then once we lay our fleece on it, it's gonna look pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting these out and get everything ready, and cut out the stands for everything, so I can pretty much build them both at the same time. Glue down the rings, and then go ahead and fleece them, and then we'll go ahead and fiberglass them. I figure we probably got a decent like a solid 2 hours worth of work with cutting out, doing the stands, and fiberglassing. So I just figured we go ahead and knock it out before the rain actually comes by 1 o'clock, so we can just have the rest of the day and get organized and figure out the game plan and figure out what all left we got to do, so we can get it done, so we can get him his truck back, so he can be jamming, and to let you guys see everything what we got going on. So subscribe to the channel. Alright, so I pretty much got everything cut out. There was already a 6-inch DS18 inside the truck before we started installation on it. So it was already cut out and metals cut out. So we actually dropped the 8 a little bit lower, just so it can have like a different, you know, style curve in it. And obviously we cut the tweeter holes and the magnet holes for the 8, so we can countersink them as much as possible. And that's what it'll look like right now. I already cut all the stands out. So these are for the front speaker. The middle speaker is going to have a little bit more of a kick, and then the tweeter is going to have a lower kick on it. So it'll like give it like a wave type of gimmick look. So pretty much we got everything cut out. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this door panel off real quick, and then put it back inside the truck. And then right now, next is I'm gonna bust out my Gorilla Glue hot glue gun, and then I'm gonna record when I glue the rings down, so you guys can see what's going on. I had a comment yesterday talking about how to get more views if I would record actually doing this stuff. And yes, obviously that would be a lot better for the videos, but you got to think about it. You know, if it was my vehicle, I would be able to take all the time in the world, you know, recording the videos, because it's obviously it's my truck. But I got a customer that's paying, you know, with his money, so I'm not trying to play with his money, and I'm trying to get the truck done fast. Not fast, but you know, in the time that I told him I would have it done. And time's a big factor on anything that you always do, and sometimes I get a little bit too concentrated on what I'm doing and I forget to pick up the camera and record, but I always record after each step that I do. So luckily I'm going to try to slowly get this cameraman going so you guys can be a little bit more, you know, in detail with these videos. But for right now, you know, we're working with what we got, but we are working on getting a cameraman. So let me go ahead and clean this door panel off, pick up some of the stuff that I'm not going to use, and so I can just clean up as I go, because the rain is starting to get a little bit darker. And I mean, I don't know if you guys, but I always can smell when the rain's fixing to come. And let me check the forecast real quick. So as you can see, the rain's actually coming 30% in at 2 o'clock. Then at 3 o'clock definitely. So I'm going to definitely work against it right now. And I'm going to try to hurry up and bust these door panels out, so we can at least bust out the door panels done today. And then since we're doing carpet, the carpet's actually going to be like this color right here. Since we're doing carpet, you guys will see in the following video, we really got to grind the back of it and just give it a quick scuff in the front of it, so it doesn't really have any hard dips, but we still got to sand it a little bit so it lays on there really good. But let's go ahead and I'm gonna clean this door panel off, get situated real quick, and I'm gonna pick up the camera again as I glue down these rings so you guys can see what I got going on. Because today, gluing down the rings is not a lot of messy work. You know what I'm saying? The messy work was actually cutting with the chop saw the stands, and that gets sawdust everywhere. And I'm just gonna pick up, because all I'm gonna really use is my compressor with my BS stapler, my blower, my hot glue gun with some glue sticks, the panels, the rings, and the speakers, and that's it. No more cutting, you know, as far as I know. I am gonna have to like grind. You see that right there? I'm gonna grind that down, but that'll be once I glass it and stuff like that. So I know I had to hit that thing with the angle right there. So let's get on it real quick, and man, let's get this done. So I pretty much got everything ready to rock and roll. I got my extension cord that I need to power up my hot glue gun, my Gorilla Glue hot glue gun, man, the best in the business. Actually, man, I'm telling you, like, I used to have the regular $10 hot glue gun from Walmart, but I actually coughed up the $4 extra and I got the Gorilla Glue one, and this thing right here is no joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're doing any fiberglass projects, man, just spend a little extra money, get the Gorilla Glue gun. And I did have the other glue gun, but I always use the Gorilla Glue sticks. But man, listen, this one is no joke. Like, I really like it. Some people actually do, it's a 2-part activator glue. You can get it from like the 12 volt or something like that, I forgot. I can get it from the plug when I go to Tampa, which is fine. But I feel like it just breaks more because it's glue, so it'll snap a lot easier versus this. It does break if there's a lot of heat, but since I'm going to go ahead and do the hot glue right now and then fleece them and then glass them within a matter of like an hour or so, it should be pretty good. Now if I were to do like door panels and let them sit in the vehicle for like a day or two with the hot being in there and the humidity inside the car, it'll like slowly make those rings sag and break off real easily when you start to fleece them. And sometimes, I mean, if you have the privilege to actually go ahead and like glue them down and staple them with a brad nailer, that's also fine too. But since we're gonna just do everything within a matter of an hour, glue sticks with the hot glue gun is the way to go. So let me grab my chair real quick, and I'm gonna set up the camera, and then I'm gonna work and have the camera rolling so you guys can see what I got going on. So let's get it, man. Since all my rings are going pretty much across, I am actually going to use this piece of wood right here. And like once I put all the rings on there, and I'm going to actually glue the stands to the ring first, and then I'm going to put this up against the bottom part of the panel. So when I do the rings, like all of them match up to this. And that is my straight point right there, so I know everything's in a really straight line. One's going to be like low, then high, and then low. You know, so it gives it like a little Rocky Mountain effect. But pretty much when you look at it, everything will be straight. So that's what this board will be actually for. So I'm going to go ahead and glue all the stands for right now. And then do that and then glue everything. So you see like the height of them are different. And then so basically what I do is like I put that bottom lip right there, I put this up against it flat, and then I can push all my rings down when I glue them, so I know everything is nice and straight. Alright, so I got the rings all settled in, and I have the fleece right here, so I'm just going to lay it on top, and then I'm going to actually start stapling it to the panel itself. Let me get this back a little bit. So we can get our shape, you know what I'm saying? So you see, like, well, you'll get the picture once I staple it and get everything going. So I'm going to go ahead and staple this off camera, and once I get it all done and everything ready to rock and roll, you'll see it. So basically what I do is, let me show you real quick. So I lay the fleece on it, and then you see this lip right here. I run my staple gun through it, like right here, and staple along those edges. So when you router it, it gives you a nice clean edge. And it's just basically just so you know, whatever speaker or tweeter that you're using, it has like a nice flat surface after you're done, and you don't have to fiberglass on top of that, so you cut yourself work from doing that. And it makes life a lot easier instead of like having to sand that to make sure your speaker sits flat on it. And with that edge, you know, it'll sit in there perfect, and you won't have to worry about that. Same thing with the speaker. You do the same thing on it, and you're ready to rock and roll after you cut it out. So, and same thing with the speakers, they have that lip on it. You can make a deeper lip, but I feel like that lip is pretty good for it. So let me go ahead and start stapling this guy, and then I'll show you what it looks like after we're done. So subscribe to the channel, and these door panels should be glassed in the next hour. Just showing you guys what we got going on. Real quick, comment down below. Let me know how much you guys think a set of door panels like these are gonna cost. They are getting fiberglass and they are getting wrapped in carpet, but comment down below and I'll let you know the price once towards the end of the video. So comment how much you think the door panels are. Alright, so this is the pod. After I just got done fleecing it, as you can see, it's got staples right there on the tweeters, and it's actually stapled along the back. I am about to cut it off real quick. I'm going to show you how I cut it all out so you guys can get an idea, so when you guys try to do it, you guys see what's good. So basically I'm just going to cut out the back of it real quick just to trim off all the bulk so it actually sits flat. Let me put the tripod up. And usually what's ideal is, man, get yourself a brand new blade, so it gives you, when you're doing this, man, get yourself a brand new blade when you're cutting stuff like this one, so you have real nice solid cuts. So because the more like excess that you have on there is more that you have to grind down. So basically you just like cut along the line of the staples. What you could even do is just like pull it, and you see it, just slice right through it, and it's gonna get it. See what I'm saying? So pull it, and with it being so sharp, it's just gonna take it with it. See what I'm saying? See how nice it looks? So then it's less sanding. Same thing with here, man. Just go ahead and just try to get as much as possible so it's not a big bulk area right there. Same thing right there. You see? And it should come pretty good. It's good in there, you see? Real nice. But you always got to be careful, don't cut yourself, man, because these things will mess you up pretty good, man. I cut myself a long time ago, and man, my whole left arm got fucked up, and I'd hate to see you guys cut yourself. So you see, so now it's a lot less that you have to do when you grind the back of it, and it sits flat. Look at that guy. Okay, so now we're gonna cut the speakers and the tweeter part of it. So let's get on. Just like that, it is ready to rock and roll, man. It is there ready for glassing, and it's cut out so the speakers get countersunk in there. So sits in there nice. tweeter. Let's see if I can mess with the tweeter. I didn't really want to put the tweeter in there because once it's in there, it's in there. Man. Simple like that. Let me know what you guys think, man. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so let me go ahead and do the other one off camera. Get ready for fiberglass, and man, we're going to do the damn thing today. Alright, so there's the door pod real quick. Came out pretty good. Once you put the switches and everything in it, it should look pretty nice. Yeah, man. Looks good. Once we do the red on it, wrap it, put the speakers and everything on it, it's going to look really nice. It's going to change the look of it. But so far, it looks pretty good. I like it. It fits the truck pretty good. The curves in it, and like I said, we're doing it, wrapping it in this red right here, so it's gonna blend in pretty nice with the door. I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like real quick, and I mean, we get it on it. If we would have done 6s, obviously we would have been able to countersink it a little bit better, and everything would have been a little bit more. Right, so both of the panels are fleece. They're ready for resin, so I am gonna go ahead and take these guys with me to the back, and it is actually getting like real nasty, and the winds are kicking up. And like back here, look at that stuff, man. It is coming. So we're gonna actually hurry up and resin these door panels, and then I am actually gonna put them right here so they don't get damaged. So as you can see, I actually drilled some holes on the door panel itself. So I have these big pieces of plywood, and so basically what I have done is I pre-drilled some holes in it, and I am actually gonna resin the back of them first, you know, so it'll grab pretty good, and then I may even just dump some resin inside there, inside of it, and then I am gonna screw them down, and then I'm gonna resin the top face of them. For the only reason, fiberglass, when you do it on any type of fiberglass, you know, it's actually going to warp. So what I'm going to do while it's drying, I'm going to, after I resin the back of it, and then I'm going to screw it down, and then I'm going to resin the top face of it, which is this right here. I'm going to screw it down because I don't want it to taco. You see what I'm saying? So when it dries straight, you know, versus it just drying, and it'll slowly have like a kick. And I really want it to sit as flat as possible. So that's what these pieces of 2x4s are actually there for me to mount the door panel down so it stays straight and it dries straight like that. So by tomorrow, when I go ahead and I release them, it's still straight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and whip up the fiberglass resin I have right here and resin them pretty quick because it's going to rain. And I may even put these guys inside here just so they dry pretty good. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want them to get water damage or anything, but I'm gonna actually kick it up pretty good so they dry really fast. So let me go ahead and get everything situated so I can beat the rain, and then I'll pick up the camera back. So basically I am gonna literally waste almost 3/4 of a gallon on these pods because I am gonna do inside and out resin inside it, so it really has a strong bond, so I don't have to put no fiberglass mat, because since it's not vinyl or paint, you know, it doesn't really need that much, but I still want it to have a nice hard finish. So basically if I resin the inside and the outside of it, it should be really good. Let me go to the front and let me get my black table, because that black table, I really don't care if I get resin or any stuff like that. I'm going to be using the gloves, so I really don't get any resin on my fingers. But I don't really want to make a mess, so I'm going to be as neat as possible. And you always want to try to be as neat as possible, so it's less mess you got to pick up. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and resin these doors, and then let them sit and dry. Although it is not hot out, but still, the way how I am going to do the MUK in it, it's gonna actually kick it up so they can dry a lot faster. But with drying it a lot faster, like I said, it will make them taco. But I'm gonna go ahead and screw it down after I resin the back of it so it doesn't taco that bad. You know what I'm saying? So let's get on it real quick. I'm gonna resin it because it's getting dark out here, people, and we do not want to get that done. So once I get done resin the panels, I'm gonna come back and we'll close out the video. All right, so the panels are actually fiberglass already. I am just cleaning up because it's getting darker and the winds are picking up, and around like this time it says it was gonna start raining. I haven't even checked the forecast. I got my cat out here. He's tripping. He wants to go back inside. Look at that guy. Say what's up to the vlog, man. You say what's up. Okay, so here's the panels. They're already fiberglass, and I got them screwed down to the pieces of 2x4s so they don't taco. And I did put in a little bit than normal of the MEKP, so it'll give it that kick. So they dry a lot faster. And I got this stick right here that I'm just gonna like stick it with the resin, and then I'll come out here like in an hour or something and just give it a quick check and see if it's hard. You see, obviously it's still wet, but you know, obviously it's not hot outside, and I don't have the panels out in the open, and they're under here covered. So it'll probably give it a little bit longer for it to really kick in, but it's all chemicals, and it all reacts to the chemicals that you mix in it and how much. So it's still gonna actually react and still get hard, but it'll just probably take, if it reacts within an hour, you know, now with the weather, it'll probably react in the next 2 hours. So, and that's fine, and it's done. We still have like 24 hours to let it dry. So today's Thursday, and Fridays, you know, if I haven't told you, I actually cut hair, and Fridays I actually cut hair throughout the whole day. But in the morning I'm gonna actually get up really early, come out here and give them a quick grind down, take them off the 2x4s, grind them down and get them ready, and then maybe tomorrow before noon I can have those wrapped in the carpet so that I can check the door panels off the list. So then we just got to concentrate Saturday on making braces for the box, putting it together, and then I actually have to make a front like a stand for the front chamberette just to sit up level so it doesn't, you know, have a wobble effect. And then I have to mount the box down, and then after that I can wrap it up and put the carpet on it and then mount it in there. And then once I get that done, and then we start running odd gauge in it, start putting the amps in it. But once I start putting the amps in it, then I start making the amp rack for her, and then wire everything up, and then you know, buckle it up and get it out of here. So with all that said and done, I'm shooting to maybe, like, you know, maybe Monday have the truck done. I'm not going to try to rush it just because I want it done Sunday and just create more work for myself along the way. I'm just going to like pace myself really good and just make sure it gets done right the first time. You know, why do this fast and it come back? Hold on, let me turn this down because it's acting crazy. Why try to rush it if we are doing good on time and he's not really pressed about having the truck done by Sunday? You know, why risk it and, you know, trying to do something and just create more work and confusion for myself, rather just like, man, just take my time, you know, get it done right. And you know, Monday, what's one day, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get that done. We're gonna go ahead and clean everything up. I'm actually gonna cut my hair because I look like a wolf, and just pretty much chill and just make a list of the stuff that we got to get done, so we're just on track, and make sure I have all the products that I need. So once I start installing the electronics part of it, man, we're ready to rock and roll. So